What's up everyone and welcome to the club. In today's video I'll be showing you how to create a sketch illustration of a puma. For today's lesson we'll need some plain white paper and a pencil. I'm going to start today's drawing with this 0.7mm mechanical pencil with a 2B graphite stick. Now I want to begin this drawing by blocking out the basic shapes before we get into the details. So let's start by sketching a line coming down the center. I'm going to start at the very top in the middle. Just going to lightly work our way down towards the bottom using these short lines. Let's move back to the center and draw another line going across from left to right. Now I'm going to use these two lines to help us create a circle in the center of our page to define the size of the head. So from the center point, let's move up. Let's kind of mark off the top of our circle right about here. Let's measure that distance from the center down towards the bottom. And then we'll repeat that across this horizontal line. So measure the distance from the center over towards the left and then the right. Now we're going to connect the center point of each mark with a curve to create our circle. So let's start with the top left. Now the circle doesn't have to be perfect, we're just using this as a guide. You can go back and smooth this out. Let's add another line coming down the side of our circle. So we'll start with the left and then the right. And then we want to extend that up towards the top, just to help align the ears. Now I'm going to add one more line going across the bottom of our circle. Now that we have our circle and guides in place, let's start blocking out the facial features. We want to split the left side of our circle in half. So from the center to the left side, we're just going to mark this off. Sketch a line going all the way up to the top of our circle and then down towards the bottom. Let's do the same thing on the right half. Find that center point, going up and then down. Now let's sketch a small circle going around the center of these two lines. So this is for the eye, going all the way around. Let's line that up on the right, drawing the same size circle. Let's go to the inside of the eyes, draw a straight line coming all the way down towards the bottom. Now along the bottom we're going to add in the nose, so from these 2 points we're going to curve this down and then in towards that center line. Let's go up to the top of this line. From the eye we're just going to bend this down and then out towards the side. Going around the side of the muzzle. And then from the side, we're just going to round out the muzzle. Come down in towards the middle, almost like drawing a circle. From the center of the nose, draw a straight line coming down, right about there. Curve the mouth coming down and out towards the left and right. Now we're going to go all the way up to the top of this line and draw the inside of the ear. So let's start on the left, bend this up and then out towards that outside line. Let's round out the ear, come down and just bend that in, back in towards that line. And we'll add a bump going out and back in. Now we're going to go back to the outside of the eye. We're just going to curve the cheeks, going around and then back in. Let's blend the bottom of the circle in towards the muzzle, coming in and then down. Let's add some volume to the jaw. We're going to start back at the side of the circle, come down, and then bend that in towards the side of the muzzle. And then right where the jaw meets that bottom line, just going to curve the neck, going out and then down. Now that we captured the rough sketch of our drawing, we're going to go back and clean this up by erasing some of these guidelines. Now we're going to use this rough sketch as a guide to help us add some more details and refine the shapes. And I like to start with the eyes. I'm going to start from the very top on the inside. Just going to pull the brow on top of that circle and then go out towards the side. So just clipping off the top of that eye and then going straight out towards the side. Add a thick trim on the bottom of the eye. So just darken this up, coming in. Now along the top, just underneath the eyelid, draw a small black dot. Add some darkness on the inside of the eye, coming down on the side of the muzzle. Add a line going up the center of the forehead. fold along the top of the eye, going around. Now I'm just going to go down and add some more shape to the nose. Go a little bit bigger along the top. I'm just going to add a curve along the outside for the nostrils and bending that in. And extend the side of the muzzle going out a little bit further, bring that in towards the mouth. Now along the bottom, I'm just going to add a small light fur texture, pulling this in towards the center. Add some fur across the chin, coming down in the middle. Now I want to bulk out the side of the head. So from the base of the ear, it's going to bend this out. It's going to bend the fur coming in towards the side of the muzzle. And it's adding a little bit of a fold along the bottom of the ear. I just want to flatten off the head a little bit, coming in towards the middle. Work our way around the ear, adding that fold, and some fur across the bottom edge. I'm just going to enhance the brow with a little fold along the top and the inside. And now we're going to go back in and just clean up our drawing. I'm going to switch to a thicker pencil, so this is about 0.9 millimeter. I'm just going to add some contrast. So start along the top of the eye, just adding some thick fur, some texture going up and out. And from the bottom, just fading this out along the side of the cheeks. Come back to the inside, add that fold. And we're going to darken up that ring around the outside of the eye. I'm just going to add some folds and some fur going around the eye. Just going to add a little bit of fur texture going up from the top of the nose. Just going to brush this up. Now I'm just going to add a little bit of detail on the outside of the muzzle. Now with the eyes, we're going to add a little bit of a glare. So we're going to add a curve across the center. Let's add a light shade along the bottom and then fade that down. I'm just going to round out the side of the head, going up along the side of the jaw. So we want to darken up the outside of the fur and just fade that in. Just brushing this in towards the top of the jaw. Now we're just going to work our way along the inside of the ear, just adding a fold. So start along the top on the inside and darken up the edge of that fur. And now we're going to move to the side edge of our pencil and add some shadows. So we're going to start along the inside of the ear. Just going to darken this up and just blend that along the outside. And we're going to cast the head from the shadow across the top of the neck. So we're going to darken that up and just come down an angle towards the right. And we'll go back and just soften that up. I'm just going to go back in and start adding some fine detail. Just going to add some fur texture along the inside of the head. And as we get near the end, I'm just going to tighten up my shadows and details, and always be sure to sign my artwork. And that's pretty much it. There's a sketch illustration of a puma. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson. If you did, you might want to check out this video over here. I want to thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.